So then the way I talk is it's slow, right? So my confidence is
they
low.
might think you have like a mental disability or something.
Low key.
You went into the office 39 times.
That's a lie.
That's less than once a week.
That's a lie. 39. Welcome back to Critical Banter, the podcast that brings the Friday drinks chat to you. This week's episode, we've got a new game. We've got Rank 5, and we've also got TCB Wrapped. But before that, to wrap the week, we got me and Miguel. We have Senny.
Yo.
And we have Ro.
G'day, g'day.
It is thrown to me. I've been away for, 2 weeks now? I went back home, boys. I went to the Philippines. And my golly gosh, do I have some yarns for you boys.
Good, because me and Ro have nothing.
Yeah, I listened to last week's episode on like the plane or something, and the first thing I hear is, got nothing.
It's not a lot happens. It's a sleepy time, December, you know?
And after 50 weeks, there's not many stories I can tell.
But nothing.
I literally went out of the house maybe twice. It was raining.
Yeah.
You know, nothing happened.
Do you want me to tell about work stories?
You know what? I'll take over.
Yeah,
I'll take over,
exactly.
boys. So I went mid-November, landed in the Philippines, and my God, mate, all the Christmas stuff in full flow mid-November.
Christian country.
Yeah.
God's country.
If you didn't know, in the Philippines, they have the Ber month. So if the month ends in BER, Christmas is now play on.
I thought you said Burma. I don't know. That's a different country altogether, brother.
Ber month.
It's Myanmar now. You can't call it Burma.
Let's not get political here, boys. But so I was told from September, all the Christmas stuff's already up.
September.
Trees in like the malls and stuff, the lights in the streets, all this. So
It's too soon.
That's too
it
early.
was in full swing. So I have some stuff for you boys. I'll give it to you live on air.
Okay.
Ro, you asked for something.
I did.
Have I delivered?
Special request from the Philippines.
Oh, is it?
Oh, it's protein powder. No, what the hell is it?
No.
Oh, different.
So Ro asked for pastillas, is like a condensed milk thing. So I got you a toasted one because I didn't know if I could find the actual one. But if you look in the bag, Ro,
Oh, wow. Not only is there the toasted, there are the originals.
Oh.
Do you remember these things, Sen?
I do. No, I was there. I wasn't there that week, but I remember you and Kush frothing these things.
I remember you saying you weren't a big fan. So.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan.
So did I get you something else? Yes, I did.
Well, now I'm
Early
worried.
Christmas present.
Oh, cheers, brother.
I want a live reaction of what's in there.
All right. It's going to be blind, so I'm not going to look inside. I'm just going to pull it out.
It's not that scary or anything.
All right. It's a t-shirt.
It's a Filipino brand.
Now, what's on the t-shirt? What
Can I
is
put
it?
this on now for this episode?
What does it say? You said
It says in big red letters, it says Big Willie. I'm going to be wearing this definitely on next week's episode.
Play
Next
on.
week's episode, I'll be wearing the Big Willie t-shirt. Thanks for that. I love this.
all good.
Big Willie.
So I was walking around the store and I'm like, what do I get sent? And then I see that and I'm like, fuck, my decision's
It's a
made
no-brainer.
up.
It writes itself.
This is good.
So I'm like, why do they have Big Willie? So apparently there's some artist whose name is Willie something or other, and that's his collection.
Oh, so this is not like a
this
market.
is yeah.
No,
okay.
it's not about penis. It's about some bloke called
Well,
Willie.
now I'm actually disappointed.
So is this an authentic, what are we talking here? Is this actual Big Willie's collection, or is this,
It's
you
like-
go to the markets and you go pick up a fake
No,
Nike
so it's
jacket?
like, let's say a Uniqlo equivalent. You know how Uniqlo has collaborations like Cores and all these sort of things. So similar. They've got an artist, they've collabed with him, and this is part of his.
Should we collab
Collection.
with Big Willie then?
I don't think we're
excellent.
qualified to collab with a Big Willie.
Is he a singer or rapper?
An artist in like New York or something.
Oh, as in like a painter?
Painter.
Oh, right.
So there you go. Big Willie shirt for you, Senny.
That's really funny.
All right. So yeah, I landed in Manila and my God, I think we're talking about with the cheat coder boys. The traffic is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it compares to India, but like, for example, lanes, there's 2 lanes. There's somehow 5 lanes. You know, motorcycles weaving in and out. And then I asked, because we landed at like 6 or 7. From the airport to our accommodation was like 8 kilometers, maybe something like that. 45 to an hour was on Google Maps. And so I asked, like, brother, is this like rush hour? Are we in rush hour traffic? And he says, there's no rush hour. It's just always traffic. I'm like, okay, fair enough. Play
What's
on.
the population of Manila, just quietly?
I don't know
Put you on
Manila,
the spot here.
but Philippines is 180 million.
Holy shit.
Philippines
So
as a whole. So the capital, I don't know, probably 50,
bulk of that.
something like that. Who knows?
Fuck, so it's a lot of people.
A lot of people, a lot of small spaces. And then I clocked on quickly, the honking is very different in these sort of countries. So here when you honk, it's a, what are you doing? Like, fuck off.
Aggression.
What are you doing? Whereas there, it's more of a just, I'm here.
Yeah, I actually do like it. It's a nice system that they have.
It's a very calm honk as well. It's a little
Yeah.
love tap on
It's
the...
It's not an aggressive one. It's just more letting you know I'm here.
Yeah, I'm in the blind spot.
Exactly.
Don't swerve.
Yeah, so we were in a van because we got our luggage and stuff. So the guys honking at every motorcycle that's in front. And the motorcycles listen. They pull over, they give way to the cars. They get in their little bitch motorcycle lane and the cars just go, man. They respect the honk.
Fair. Your options are get out of the way or die. So, I mean.
No, but it's not like we're going like 50, 80 kilometers. We're snail pace.
Oh.
Like we're in traffic, but they're still like respecting the...
It's a good system.
Let the big boys go. And then another thing, so obviously like, well, so I can understand Tagalog, right? But I don't speak it.
What do we say about bragging on the podcast, mate? We can all understand Tagalog here.
So I understand it, right? But I'm like, I should learn. Then I took lessons for like a couple of months before going to the Philippines on how to speak, right?
As in like Duolingo lessons?
No,
I knew you would say that.
No, I paid some Filipino bloke, $15 an
Alan
hour.
downstairs.
Your dad.
No, online, some authentic Filipino guy online, and he taught me some words.
Okay, wait. Can we break that down for a
please,
second?
we're not just going to gloss over this.
What?
So you pay this guy and
An
it's
online tutor, essentially.
Let's call him Manny. So you paid Manny online $15 an hour.
and Manny's on a computer screen and he says, all right, you say.
No, he has slides, structured lessons, all this and all that.
Okay. And how many months?
It's like this how to phrase a sentence. This is the structure. This is the word. This is this and that. It's not some bloke just talking to me.
Well, no, but that's how some of them actually are, though. They just like have a conversation with you. But
Yeah, that's, when you're experienced.
so how many lessons did you do of this?
How many lessons? Like a lot, like 20, 30, something like that.
Oh, shit.
I did a decent amount. Like
every week.
Give
like
us a
two, 3 times a week. So this is the problem, right? So like my brain is so fried.
You were trained to only speak to a screen. You saw an actual human and you're like, fuck.
No, because the way my tutor essentially said it is like, I talk as if I'm buffering.
Yeah.
Because I have to literally translate it in my head. It's not fluent. So I have to think about what I want to say in English and then figure out what it is in Tagalog and then
But that's not
spit
that
it out.
bad. I feel like that's how most people probably speak like another language that they're not used to.
So the way I talk is it's slow, right? So my confidence
So
is
they
low.
might think you have like a mental disability or something.
Low key. So honestly, going to the Philippines might be the most stressful I've been in terms of communicating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not like I'm going to Japan where I just can't speak.
You
So
just-
fuck it, I'll send English and hope for the best. Here I'm like, if they're struggling, do I now try and whip out some Tagalog and hope that they are more fluent? But then I'm also not as fluent, so I'm a bit struggling here as well. So that was like, honestly, most of my trip. I'm trying to figure out, does this person know enough English? Because English is an official language in the Philippines. So most people should know it. So am I confident enough here that they're confident enough here that I can spit out some English, or is it a Tagalog situation?
How much Tagalog were you?
Fucking quite a
Dropping
lot, actually.
Really?
Yeah. But like,
Do you feel like the lessons helped?
the lessons definitely help because like, I know I can recognize everything when my parents speak to me, but if they ask me to reply back, zero.
Yeah, that's the same with me as well. But then the thing with me, I don't know if this is similar, but with Malayalam, I can understand it. I can't speak it exactly the same. But when I'm trying to talk it, I know like the general gist of what the words sound like,
Same.
but I don't know the exact word
Yeah.
or the sentence structure.
And the problem with a lot of these Asian languages, we go verb, object, like in English, that's how you would structure. But in Asian languages, for whatever reason, the object comes at the end of the sentence.
Yeah.
VSO pattern, mate. That's what I learned.
Sorry?
Verb, subject, object.
Yeah, exactly,
VSO.
exactly. So like in English, we would probably structure it. You would think to structure it one way, but then you have to think in another way when you're trying to speak.
Yeah, it's not a literal one-for-one
correct
word by word translation.
And I think that's where most of us probably break down. Also, like I speak like Tamil with an Australian accent.
That's
so it just sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Like my ears bleed when I listen to it.
Do you chuck on Filipino
You
accent?
have to. You have to.
So that makes me feel really like uncomfortable
Imposter?
to do. Yeah,
It
hugely.
feels like I'm like mocking them.
Yeah, it does feel like that. It does feel like that.
So when I'm trying to say the words, like I know the general gist of what the words are supposed to sound like.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if I have an Australian accent, I feel I'm not confident.
Correct.
But if I chuck on an Indian accent,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like I'm racially abusing my own countrymen.
Now, and the thing is,
Well, you do the head wobble as well, which is probably not.
I think that's fine. Honestly, I feel very comfortable doing that.
that's
But
crazy.
the 20-30, so you do 20-30 lessons, you're feeling somewhat
Somewhat
shaky.
confident. But just going on that point, so the thing in Tagalog, so for example, Taglish is a thing, right? Where you speak half Tagalog, half English. So the harder words, even the natives use English words. So it's not that bad. But the problem now is some Tagalog words are like very similar to English words. So for example, vacation is like vacacion.
Mm.
But I don't know if that's Tagalog or it's English with a Tagalog accent, with a Filipino accent. So like, I just don't know if that's a word or not.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether to say that or say vacation. You know what I mean? So that's also a struggle I had because, bro, there's so many words like that. So like, I don't know if I'm mocking it or actually speaking properly.
Language.
So that was another problem. But
I love that. So so are you going to continue on these lessons or we're done?
Actually cancelled a few lessons. So I have no reschedule. So I have some in the bank, but I'm like, I have no more purpose for these.
Wait, did you? So you purchased like a bulk, like 30 or
So
whatever?
as per everything is a subscription service. You pay for, let's say, a month's worth and then you book them in advance. So then you have that. But
Gotcha.
I was a busy man, cancelled a few. I think I've got like 2 or 3 in the backlog.
Maybe you send you rock up.
Yeah,
You
maybe
learn
I should
Tagalog
go
for 2
learn a bit of
lessons.
Tagalog.
And there you go. I'll just hand over my lessons here and you show up.
Did you whip out any Spanish over there?
So
Like, English didn't work, Tagalog didn't work, bit of hola,
Espanol.
¿cómo estás?
So a lot of, again, some Tagalog words are based off Spanish.
I thought
but
it would
the
be
thing
heavily influenced by Spanish.
But the thing is, as well, the numbers are also a problem.
Mm.
So there's English numbers, obviously, Tagalog numbers, and they also use Spanish numbers.
Crazy.
I don't know Spanish numbers.
No,
I barely know Tagalog numbers.
What is
Hey.
it? What's the?
No, when
Dora
this-
the Explorer, 1, 2, 3, you know?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Call-
People-
What's 50?
Oh man, who cares
No,
about
but that's
that?
what they use. That's what they use for like currency and also time. They use Spanish numbers. So I'm asking in Tagalog, how much is this? So they hit me back with 75 in Tagalog, Spanish. I'm like, huh? Give it to me in English, brother.
Yeah, show me on the calculator, mate.
Oh, they love that, dude.
Yeah.
They also have the small Nokias. That's where they
Oh.
put the numbers.
Yeah, you were telling me about this. They have it's small Nokia, but it's specifically for the markets.
I didn't tell you that, but that's how it's happening in the
So
Philippines.
how does that work? What do you mean?
So they have their, Oppos and their smartphones, but to haggle and all that, to show you the number, they have a small Nokia that you have in their phone pocket. They just put the numbers in.
I see.
So haggling Nokia.
What's the currency over there?
Pesos.
That is Spanish.
Philippine pesos.
Oh, that's Mexican actually.
So actually, good segue. So after Manila, I saw my grandparents.
That's why
Good
I
time.
did it.
Thank you for that. Not rehearsed. Went to El Nido, which was lovely. A lot of island
Isn't that a
hopping.
weather system that we're currently in?
El Nino.
Is that where you said you were?
El Nido.
Oh, El Nido.
Any
Sorry
more
for
clarification?
derailing.
Any
Go
more
on.
That
clarifications
silence is what
required?
you deserve.
Yeah, go on.
I didn't know if that was like a bit or
No, that was me.
Oh, I knew what he meant. I was just purposely being
You're
silent
such
to
a-
it. It was either that or I would say, didn't he play for Liverpool back in the
yeah,
day?
striker, man, number 9. Anyways, El Nido, beaches and all that. So one thing that happened in terms of the exchange rate. So the exchange rate is 38 pesos is $1.
Nice and easy.
So go figure on how to do that in your head.
Yeah, that's hard.
So that was also a struggle. So one time,
I was just going to ask, what can 38 pesos get you?
so in terms of food,
Yeah,
most
in terms of
meals
food.
200 pesos, 250, like like a
It's hard
local
conversion.
place.
It's like $7 for like
Exactly.
a good meal.
Yeah, 6-7, which is
That's pretty good.
good. Full meal as well.
Dude, that's lovely.
So one time my partner went to go get a massage, I believe, and it cost 550 pesos. So first of all, how much is that? Fuck, can't really do that off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And second of all, the notes they have are like 20, 50, 100, 200, 500, and 1,000. But the 1,000 is like $100 note here. They don't really
Yeah.
deal in it that much.
Yeah.
Plus, it's really hard to get change for it.
Yeah.
Right, so she gets her massage. It costs, what did I say, 550?
Yeah.
And then she goes to pay. She has 1,000, right? And then they're like, "Do you have any small change?" And she's like, "No, I don't have change." But like, and it goes on for a while. They can't really get the change. And after a while, she's just like, "Don't worry about it. Keep the change." And then I walk
Wow.
out.
Generous.
No, bro, and I'm like, it was 550.
Yeah.
You've given them 1,000.
Yeah.
You've doubled. You've paid them double.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a long massage or anything. It was like a quick thing. So I'm like, what have you done here? And then she's like, oh, I thought it was like $2-3.
So 450 at 38 pesos a dollar is about $15.
So what I did is I just times it by 3.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
1 is to 3 basically. So
Yeah.
5 is like 15.
Yeah.
Give her the take. Then she basically tipped them another $15.
Beautiful.
Good massage then, I
Yeah.
assume.
So I'm like, what have you done here? All
Doing
right.
charity work.
And then we're walking, whatever. It's not a big deal. I'm just like, fine, whatever. Just
Yeah.
give me the money. And I'm walking down. And then I see a little market looking thing, little hut looking thing. So I'm intrigued. There's a lot of people in there, a lot of white people. So I'm like, this must be good for the tourists. I walk in. The locals are gambling.
Oh,
We're here to play. And I'm like, we've lost this 450. Let's win it back here. So the main game was there's this a square table. You go all the sides, and then on the table itself, there's like I think 6 cards, but it's not that physical cards. It's like big printouts of the cards, right? Like Ace of Hearts, King of Spades, etc., etc. So there's 6. Then on top of that, there's like this big metal bucket, like a funnel. And then what you do is you throw balls into the funnel. So it goes down the funnel, and then it just bounces around, and then it'll land on a card.
Yeah.
And that's the gambling part of it. So there's 6 cards. Each time you play, they throw 3 balls. Right? So you got to gamble on which card it's going to land on.
I love this game.
My God, did I love it as well, Seth.
Dude, that's so fun.
And then you just...
What are the odds?
So 3 balls, 6 cards, whatever it is. You figure it out. 1 in 6 per throw, but there's 3 thrown, but you can stack.
Yeah.
So each 3 balls...
There could be multiple on one card, right?
Yeah. So if the 3 balls could land on 1 card, for example, or it could be on 3 different
It's
cards.
like a multiplayer.
Exactly. So it's a multiplier. So how many balls there are is X. So if 3 balls land on your thing,
it's
you win
3x.
3X.
Yeah.
Or if it's 1, you win 1X. So, my God, did I pick it up quicker? Did I play a lot?
What's the minimum? What did you have to put on?
There's no minimum, brother. It's street rules. You can put fucking coins if you want.
Is it like the clown game at the fairs? Where you just put the ping pong ball in the clown's mouth and it comes down.
it feels
similar to
down.
that.
Yeah,
Similar
yeah,
to that.
yeah.
Similar
So
concept.
it's pure luck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you just chuck it in this big metal fucking pot, and my God, does it go down.
So how much did you win?
So 10 minutes later, I won back to 500.
Easy.
Thank God.
Happy days.
But that was the first night.
yeah.
So obviously the second
You
night,
did not go back.
I'm itching. Because in El Nido, there's one main strip.
Okay.
And this is in the middle of the main strip.
Okay.
So if we're going to restaurants, doing souvenir shopping, etc., it's knocking on, it's whispering in my ear.
It's 24/7.
Over there.
You just rock up.
No, so I realized it opens at like 8 or 9-ish. So, if we're getting dinner,
Prime time.
sunsets at 6, get dinner at 7, do all the souvenir shopping, got some loose change at the end of the day.
Yeah.
What am I, going home with the shrapnel?
No way.
I'm chucking it on ace. So, safe to say, next few nights I lost a bit of money, but,
That's all right.
chump change at that point.
Was this legal or illegal gambling?
So it's legal because El Nido is heavily policed in terms of, I think there's low crime, like not really pickpocketing, that sort of thing.
good,
Because
nice.
it's like there's such a small
Pretty
area.
safe, yeah.
Then there's police there. So I think it was all above board, all legal. Seemed a bit shady, but it was play on.
Any cockfighting?
No cockfighting. In both senses of the word.
No, I meant obviously the animals.
Well, maybe, but I probably didn't get to the dark streets of El Nido. The second thing that happened is in El Nido, it was really hot, so got a lot of hala hala, right? Bro, same thing happened to me as happened to you.
Didn't mix
bro.
You didn't holler
When we went
enough.
to the, what was it? We didn't hollow enough. We went to the
Filipino
Ube Fest.
Ube Fest, yeah.
Got told off twice. Well, first of all, the first time was we were midway eating, and then the server comes up, it's like, oh, you should mix it. Whatever, fine. The second time it happened, different place, went to buy it, and then I get a full verbal before I even get it, like, oh yeah, this is called hala hala. You should mix it, whatever. I'm like, I'm fucking from here, mate. I don't need the lesson. All right? And then another thing that
Let
happened.
people eat hala hala they want. Why is this gatekeeping
Yeah,
on
it's
this?
real strong gatekeeping about how you need to mix it. And then the last thing that happened in terms of this whole thing was my partner was spoken to in Tagalog more than I was. So she somehow looks more Filipino. Her height is also
Filipino
good for
stature.
bro, she was taller than a lot of Filipino people.
Yeah,
It's
you must have
crazy.
felt like the
I was
giant.
hitting my head on a lot of places, bro. It was like Japan, we were hitting our head. I could barely stand up straight in some.
Tall people things, bro.
Exactly. You would have fit perfectly, bro. But yeah.
To be fair, when we had our good friends Don and Christian on from
the cheat coders.
coders, they looked more Philo than you. And they were surprised to learn that you were Filipino.
In Sydney, I get spoken more Chinese than
Yeah.
Tagalog. It's crazy.
It's because you're not tanned enough, Migs. That's
not
the
tan,
problem.
and I think just the look is a bit
I think
Chinese.
it's the look is Chinese. I think you're
it's my
tan.
eyes, bro.
though.
It's
Yeah,
my
your eyes
that
aren't.
don't give it away. But my partner, Christina, bro, she was getting Tagalog left, right, and center. She was just doing one of these ones, pointing to me.
And you're like, I don't know either, brother.
I could understand, but yeah, speaking back was a bit of a difficult thing. Next, we went to Mwalbwal, as they pronounce it, in Cebu, which was nice. Saw some whale sharks, etc. I didn't realize, dude, Cebu as an island is very popular with the South Koreans. Like, I go to Mwalbwal, bro, half the shops are like Korean convenience stores, for example.
To be fair, it's like
Bali.
I was gonna say, what was the other one? Thailand. Phuket has a lot of Russian stores because there's a lot of Russian tourists that go there.
Yeah, like for example, El Nido, Manila, not many Korean stores, all this, but fucking Cebu.
And why is that? Did you
So then
figure
I
it out?
asked our good friend John Sung.
Yeah.
right? full gubby. I don't know if I needed to give the gubby.
Also kind of racist that you asked John.
No, because I'm like, bro, no, because to be fair, he messaged me first,
Okay.
like, how's your trip? Blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
And then I got to say, well, bro, I need some answers here. So I ask him, and then turns out that's one of the main place in like Korean media in terms of like vacations, holidays,
Really?
beaches, Cebu, not Philippines, Cebu specifically. And then I asked one of my tour guides the next day, I'm like, why are there a lot of Koreans here, man?
That would have been a great conversation.
And then she's like, yeah.
Yeah, why are they?
And then she's like, she's also asked the Koreans that have gone on her tours and stuff. But yeah, there are certain like,
Why are you guys here?
there are certain like media outlets that,
Met Filipino Pauline Hansen.
dude, she hit me with a, I understood her in the end, but she hit me with a, I don't really like Korean cultural, all this and all that. And I'm like, hang on, huh? That was her opener. Like,
Just
what do
feeling
you,
you out, man.
I'm like, what do you mean? And then but then she goes on to be like, yeah, a lot of people, you know, they learn the language because they're into the Korean dramas and the music.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm not really into the music and all that. I'm like,
Gotcha.
you've saved yourself there. But yes, because in Korean media, there's a lot of Cebu propaganda. Which is crazy.
That's like, you know, Cairns is full of Japanese tourists.
Are we just making sweeping generalizations about places?
It's not generalized, bro,
This is
because the
legit.
stores are established.
I've been to Cairns. There wasn't that many Japanese people.
So apparently Okinawa, is that how you say it? Is like
Okinawa.
that's like the beach place if you want to go to Japan.
yeah,
But the thing is, that's really expensive to get to.
yeah.
So they just want to go overseas, and Cairns is like right next to it, a little bit further away. And so they
interesting.
always go to Cairns because it's a beach place and it's cheaper than Okinawa sometimes. Jetstar. Jetstar's not taking you Tokyo to Okinawa, but it's taking you from Cairns to Tokyo.
Moving on. So also what happens a lot in these tourist places are there are a lot of like kids going around trying to sell you souvenirs, right? They go right up to you and be like,
Oldest trick in the book.
got these things, blah, blah, blah. And it happens so much. So
Well,
then-
what's the meta in 2024?
so the meta in 2020 in terms of
What
Like,
are
what are
they
they
selling?
selling?
Or what
What
are
are
they
they
selling?
peddling you? Yeah.
So beachside, the meta is
Kites and
two
stuff.
things, not kites, the like bracelets, anklets, they have like beach shells or like those sort of
That's universal.
that
mate.
sort of design.
Yeah.
And then the other meta is because, for example, El Nido, a lot of island touring, a lot of tourists trying to go places is, you're right, Senny,
My knee hurts a bit, but no, continue.
I play on, is like stuff to bring on the tour. So like wet bags to like put your valuables
Oh,
in.
so they're selling utility.
Yeah. Like lanyards for like phone cases, like phone case lanyards where it's like a wet bag.
Oh,
You
yeah.
zip it up and you can take it on boats, for example, and won't get wet. That's the meta.
Mm.
After a while, brother, I bought into a lot of the meta because I'm like, bro, they're like 10-year-old kids,
Yeah.
like skinny, small kids. I'm like, it might be going some overlord, like
Yeah,
running
it's
them.
going
I mean,
to the
it's
pimp.
definitely some.
But like, I'll just hit and hope. It's a bit, I have some change, I'll give it to them.
Mm.
So, bro, by the end, I have like 10 phone lanyards.
Did you actually use them?
I use like
What's
two.
quality?
I use two.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
But I thought those wet bags, when you go on those like tours and they take on the boat and stuff, don't they provide you with like the bags to
No,
put
they
your
don't
stuff
give
in?
you bags or anything.
Oh, so it's
Maybe they're in
BYO over
cahoots with the
Mm.
souvenir people. Like, you sell the souvenirs, and once they come into this boat, I won't give them wet bags and stuff.
Okay.
So one thing happened. So we're on a beach club watching the sunset. And then there's these three kids came up to us. Each of them had the same thing. First of all, that's like poor strategy.
Yeah.
Have different items so I can buy off
Diversify.
all of you. There's three of them, me, my partner, two of us. The first time I'm like, nah, sorry, I don't want to buy anything. So then they jog on, they do the rounds and they come back.
Mm.
Same thing, right? Then this first kid comes up to me and I'm like, oh, I don't want to like jog on, mate. And then the second kid comes up and then the guilt starts. They got me in my emotions because like, I'm like, oh, if I'm going to give money to anyone, I might as well just give it to the kids and see what happens, right? So then
Giving it to the gamblers instead.
and that's also what played into my mind. I'm already pissing away so much money in the gambling. I might as well feel a bit better about it and piss away money, the kids at least. So then I buy one off the first kid, then my partner buys one off the second kid, and they walk away.
Tough luck.
And I
there,
look
kid.
right, and this third kid is just like a mouth open, like colon O face, you know, just like staring at me for like a good 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to look away, like,
No, give
there's-
him a lesson. Give him a lesson in hustle, mate. If you're not first, you're last.
then
Tough
first,
luck.
yeah, exactly. And I'm like, just think, there's two of us, brother. Why do I need three? But after all, I'm fucking come here, man, because I respected the hustle. He stood there, stared at me for like 5 minutes.
Oh, he didn't leave.
He didn't leave, mouth open, just stared at me because like I told him to jog on, then I bought from his mates.
Tell him to refine the sales pitch, brother, because apparently it's not working.
No, so then what happens? I tell him to come over. I bought like cheap 100 peso ones from these other two, and this kid's trying to peddle me some 200 peso one. But I look at it, it was better than the other ones because it had like 3 zips and like all this and all that. The other ones only had 1. So I'm like, you know what, fine. I'll respect the hustle.
Whatever, it's an extra $2, $3.
Exactly. I'll buy this one. Made him happy and they jogged on. But that was happening like everywhere you go. Like just kids trying to come up to you with all these bracelets and things.
It's hard. Like they get you with the feels, I guess.
Because the Philippines also is like rife with poverty as well. So it's like, I know what's happening, but I also know in other places in the world, they're pimped out by these like parents that are like, if you don't sell these 10 like phone cases, I'm going to break your legs.
Some of them don't even have like family. Like if you watch Slumdog Millionaire, they just might be orphans.
They're just orphans, taken to a thing and then
you
sent
reckon if
out
they
in the streets.
were overage, that would have worked on you? Is it because they were kids, like younger? It was harder?
They're also overage people, like adults trying to sell something. I brush them off
you
like
were
it's
fucking
nothing. Man.
punch him and kick him on the floor and stuff.
Not quite, but I'll go close to that actually. So next place we got to is Boracay.
No, you can't be going around bashing homeless people.
Hear me out.
Only in Sydney you can do that.
So you get to Boracay. Firstly, on the flight, there's some Americans, right? And obviously,
here we go,
the
my
run-ins with
favorite.
the Americans are here or there. So they're sitting in front of us, I think a family of like 6 or something. And they weren't really organized with how they booked their seats. So I think they just sprayed and prayed the seats. They weren't 2-2-2. They were like, one here next to stranger, one here next to stranger, 2 of the kids over here, 2 of the kids over there, right? Then the dad is sitting in front of us. And then he's sitting on the window, and then next to him is going to be a stranger. And then we're in the middle of the plane. So fuck me, when everyone walked past, he goes up to the, what seat are you in? Like the people walking past, what seat are you? What seat are you?
What?
And then he finally finds a person sitting next to him. He's like, you swap with my kid.
Just demanding it.
Demands him. And then I think the guy was like some nice Filipino guy. So he's like, hey, no worries. Like,
okay.
But like, that was so aggressive. Everyone that walked past, what seat are you? What seat are you?
Yeah, that's a bit much.
So that was a flight. And then we get to Boracay, which is like the main tourist place in the Philippines. So like a lot of the resorts, the nicer places are there. All the tourists are there. So we stay in our resort and it's beachside, which most of the resorts are. So there's a direct path to the beach. So when you walk through this path, you get to the beach, there's like, it's like when you go to the airport and you're looking for your transfer, they're all waiting behind a gate, like with signs. There was like 5-10 tour guides, whatever, there with their little pamphlets of what they have. They're full like ambush you. Imagine like 10 people come up to you with their car like, you want to go kite sailing? You want to go this? You want to go that?
Yeah.
And then in Cebu and El Nido, if you tell them, sorry, not interested, they're like, play on. They keep their own business, move on. These fuckers, they follow you with the pamphlet in your face, like, because they have like 12 activities.
Yeah.
So you do the first one. Do you want to go kite sailing? No. Or what about kayaking? I'm like, no. It's like, oh, what about fucking jet skiing?
Yeah, all the water sports.
Bro, they follow right next to you. It's actually so annoying.
All of them? Or is it just one guy who's pedaling his
So these
stuff?
5, they all pedal you and then one will follow you away.
Yeah.
But then because it's the
That's
main...
a mad tactic.
Because it's the main tourist trip, every few steps, there's a new guy.
another guy, yeah.
Do you want to go kite sailing? Do you want to go parasailing?
Did you end up taking someone on their offer?
So then I did figured out the prices and then I tried to figure out the best price. But bro, every fucking 2 meters, someone would come up to you, say no thanks, they follow you.
That is annoying.
I told bro, one more, I'm going to clock someone because this is so annoying. Because like a no thank you wouldn't leave them alone. And then if you respond to them, each activity, say no thanks, they'll give you a new activity.
That's pretty funny. It's like a magic trick. They just have unlimited activities for you to try.
It got so annoying, bro. And then like I've realized I just had to say no and just ignore them because I'm like, if I entertain anything, they'll keep going.
Did you feel bad about ignoring them?
No, because like they're fucking dirty dogs as well. So on their price, for example, let's say parasailing is 10,000 pesos, bro. They're like, oh, do you want to go parasailing? I'll give you a good price, half price.
Yeah, yeah.
So then I know the prices on the cards are all bullshit, right? It's like that typical, like, especially in Bali when we went, the price they give you, you have like, they're to be haggled. So same with these tour prices, they're to be haggled. So that's why I didn't really feel bad. They're trying to do me.
Yeah.
Oh, you can
ignore them.
Ignore that.
That's like when we went to the dumpling place, Sen. And we went to a dumpling place because it was shouted out by some food influencers. And then the whole deal was like $5 dumplings.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I think it was 16 dumplings for $5. Wow, this is a great deal. So Sen and I and Glade went down there and we looked at the menu board. And on the menu board, there was like an X on the price. It was like $8.80, X actually $5.
$5, yeah.
But then when you take a closer look at the X, it's not like they've, printed the board and then drawn an X over it. They've printed it originally with the X.
It was pre-prepared.
So it was never $8.80. It was always $5.
always
Never a deal. Fair enough. And then the last thing I have for this trip is the long-awaited balut.
This is what I've actually been waiting for.
All right. So firstly, when I was in El Nido, that was early in the trip. I saw a lot of balut. I was like, a bit nervous, a bit scared still. So I'm like, oh wait.
What is balut?
So for those of you that don't, balut is a egg. It's an egg with an embryo inside. So they grow so the eggs, we cook, have yolks and all that. It's early on. They develop the eggs. So the duck embryo starts to, what's the word? Form. So inside the egg, there's already, the soft bones and
fetus.
The fetus and that.
Yeah.
So when you cook it, obviously the egg and the yolk and the whites firm up, but then there's also the embryo, the fucking bones and the
with
little
the bones,
fetus.
with the feathers.
Yeah, all those sort of
The
things. So
head.
that's balut, famously. So it is getting towards the end of the trip, Boracay. Last night, I'm like, I haven't touched a balut yet.
Mm.
So I'm like, I was looking. So before they were coming to us, like, you want a balut? I'm like, no, thank you.
Oh, so it's not rare. It's like a
The delicacy.
it's
But it's like
common.
a street food in terms of like, you don't go to a restaurant
and
and
order
you
it.
get it from some bloke on the side of the street.
And are there people who genuinely like this food?
So even my dad was saying when he lived in the Philippines, he used to like it. He used to eat it. It's a
Okay.
common item. It's commonly purchased. It's not like in the dark corners of the Philippines where you got to shadily get it. Commonly available.
Okay.
So for example, you're on the beach, people pay you like ice creams or drinks or something. They come around with balut.
On the beach.
Yeah.
Is that a
Little
hot
thing.
food item, like a hot day item?
yeah. You start off with the bullet and then you finish off with a
Sweating.
nice
I'm
coconut,
really
brother.
craving a balut right now. It's
And
40 degrees.
What's the general, like, is it like dumplings where you're pumping like, 10, 20 baluts?
I think you only get like one or two.
Okay.
I think it's a little snack. It's not a whole meal. You pump fucking 10 fetus.
Yeah. How many ducks are you eating?
So you went to go find one.
So I was on the streets.
How do you know which one's the good ones?
How can they stuff it up? You know what I mean? Like, it's just an egg, but just like aged.
I don't know what are the good ones. I don't know what's happening. I just am looking for some person with a little bag on their back with the words balut on it.
Sorry, they're in backpacks.
So they're in.
not.
No, they're in like an
Refrigerator or anything.
So they're like the cooler bags we have here, but they're DIY. So it's like bamboo or something. I don't know how they make it, but it's actually like insulated somehow. When I bought it, it was hot.
Yeah.
So it's not just rogue. Someone's got a Herschel backpack and like.
Yeah.
cover
That's
them,
what
right?
I'm picturing.
So I was walking around and I saw on the street there was a woman with a balut box, and then I'm like, this is too early in the night. I need to have my dinner and then I'll have it. But then I made a mental note of this is where she is. This is what corner she's on. I'm gonna come back here and buy a balut.
Were
So-
you making many mental notes of women on the corners?
I made only one, Sen, and it was the balut woman. All right. So then I ate dinner, whatever, walked around, came back, disappeared.
Yeah.
Woman
And
of
this is
the
our
night.
last night. And I'm like, I haven't seen many in Boracay. I'm getting a bit desperate here. So I brought my missus on a little adventure around Boracay to find some balut person. And eventually,
You're just bashing all these kite surfing guys trying to find your
where's the
balut.
balut, man? And then I get to some alleyway,
No,
and then there's some bloke sitting with a table with his little box. If you're on the Critical Band Instagram, you would have seen it. Had his box. First of all, it said balot.
Yes, incorrect spelling.
So balot. And then I'm like, this is my chance. Let me buy one. But I don't know what to do. So I go up, let me get a balut. 20 pesos, mind you.
Oh, man.
So that's a dollar.
60 or so cents. I buy one and he's like, do you want it to go? And I'm like, I didn't know this was a
Yeah.
eat-in situation
Takeaway.
with a little table. So I'll get it to go. So he gets his plastic bag, puts the egg in, puts some just salt in that bag, and puts in another small little bag of vinegar.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay,
Salt and vinegar, my favorite flavor.
I don't know what to do here. He's wrapped it up. It's fucking really hot. And it's like, I'm getting it to go. Then I'm like, I want to eat it hot. I feel like I should eat it hot. I shouldn't take it back to the hotel, eat it an hour later. So I go to the dessert shop
Yeah.
right there. I buy like 2 ice creams.
Yeah,
And I'm like, these are my ice creams, but I'm going to eat a balut first.
Balut and then chase it down with
Exactly.
some coconut ice cream.
So then, yeah, I get it. Crack it open. The way you eat it is you get a little spoon, you tap the top, you open it up a little, so because there's like soup basically.
So
or
it's,
like
it's a
liquid.
hard-boiled
egg. And then in the egg, there's a little space,
Mhm.
but in that space, there's like liquid.
Mm.
Then I open it up. There's a liquid. Gave it a whiff. I'll be honest, smelled good.
Really?
Yes, I added some salt. I'm not a vinegar fan. I added some salt, drank it. Tasted quite nice.
Oh,
I'll be honest.
really?
It's like a salty fish soup type of vibe.
Okay.
So
And did you see the embryo?
So yeah, so once I drank the liquid, the solids were there.
Okay.
So I cracked it open. I took a look. Yeah, the egg whites were on the outside.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I've just pulled up the photo you put up on our Instagram.
What did I post on the Instagram, bro?
All right. So it's a white eggshell. And then, yeah, you've cracked the top open and you'll kind of, with the fork, you're holding what looks like a chicken or
Little-
a duck.
Yeah. So
Embryo.
in the yolk, there's still some white yolk, but the main thing is the embryo. So you can see the embryo, like, you know, the shape of it, the black veins and all this and all that. And I'm like, here we go.
What animal is it?
Duck.
Is it always duck? Not chicken?
Mainly a duck egg. Should be a duck egg.
Okay.
So I'm like, here we go.
Mhm.
This is it, right? So then I'm scared. Pluck it out in the frozen yogurt shop I'm in. I've got a balut on the fork I've borrowed from them as well.
How big is the thing?
It's tiny. It's like a yolk, egg yolk. So it's that small.
Okay.
So,
Maybe like that big, maybe.
yeah. So it's not oversized egg or anything. It's a normal egg. So I bite into it. And it was all soft.
Okay.
Right. And it tasted quite nice. I'll be honest with you.
Really?
It's like a creamier egg. And I'm like, this is not bad.
But sorry, you're saying
but-
egg, but there's no egg. It's a duck.
Ducks lay eggs.
No, but
No,
the thing
but
that you're
the-
eating
the
is not a
thing-
yolk.
The embryo. I'm
out.
eating the embryo. I'll call it embryo now.
Okay.
I'm eating the embryo
You can see the face
and
of
I
the
can
duck.
see it, but it's all soft. And I've gone into this like,
It's just-
hero. I'm like, there's meant to be bones in this
So
bad boy.
it's not crunchy at all.
So then I do a bit of research,
Mm.
right? And then I think back to what did I buy?
You got an overcooked one.
I bought a Balot Penoy,
Okay.
Penoy. And I thought it's just a Pinoy balut, right? As in like a Filipino balut.
Yeah.
But I Google it. The Penoy is a different thing.
Oh, so what are you eating?
So I had a Penoy, which is the difference between a balut and a Penoy is the amount of time you let it develop.
Yeah.
Ferment.
So ferment, whatever it may be. So a balut is bones developed. Penoy is the time period before that where it's not crunchy yet.
Oh, so you got the baby. You got
So
the
I got,
duck in like
I
the
got
first
the pussy,
trimester.
I got the fucking pussy one.
Yeah, you want the third trimester
I wanted the
one.
third trimester one. So I was a bit disappointed that I didn't get the bones, bro. So what I did eat was, it was all soft. It was creamy. It was like, and I looked it up. It was the entry, the gateway into balut, basically. So I'll hold my hands up.
Didn't have it.
I did not have a balut, but not for a lack of trying.
But it's interesting that you liked it. That's fair enough.
Because
Maybe I'll give it a go.
my partner liked it as well. It doesn't taste too disagreeable because once you add a good amount of salt and all, it starts to taste like salted egg.
I think it just wigs me out seeing like the thing.
It's the visual for me.
yeah.
Yeah, the
I'm sure
visual-
it's nice.
I'm sure it tastes
The
delightful,
visual was
but
still
it's
there in terms of you could see the embryo and all of that.
Yeah.
The
That would
te-
throw me off.
The texture part wasn't there in terms of the bones, the feathers, the all this and all that. I think that would have been even more daunting because it's more developed.
Yeah.
So it's clearer in
So
your eyes.
Proper balut, you're meant to eat with the bones and the
Yeah,
feathers
the
and all that.
crunchiness and all that. Yeah. And the experience is different. I think the bones have a stronger, like the taste is more developed, stronger, all this and all that. Whereas the Penoy or whatever I had is a more uniform, singular taste. Like it's an egg essentially with visually the embryo.
Yeah.
So didn't have a balut.
Damn.
My parents say you can get it in Australia. So I might be on the hunt. Might
I'm interested.
take the boys along. Another TCB tries part 2. Senny, are you interested? You're looking skeptical.
I'll have the Pinoy one that you had.
No
The
interest
feathers
in-
is throwing me off.
The bones and the feathers.
I think the bones is fine. I can crunch through the
Feathers?
bones. The feathers is where I draw the line. Like I can't be eating like chicken and imagine having the feathers. It's just like
Yeah.
hair in your mouth constantly. It's a bit weird. But if you're saying it tastes good, mate, I'm in
Tastes
for
pretty
it.
good. If you like salt and vinegar especially,
I love salt and
pump
vinegar.
that on. It'll taste delightful. I've got no tidbits. That was about it. Very good trip overall.
No, that was good. Thank you for regaling us with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, from start to finish.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
excellent.
Brought something when no one had anything apparently.
Good.
Past week.
Alrighty, in today's game, we're doing rank 5. So it's pretty simple. I've got a category. I've got 5 items in that category. And then you've got to rank them from 1 to 5. So for example, number 1, we've got box office giants. So these are the highest grossing movies of all time. And in them, you've got Star Wars Episode 7, Avengers Infinity War, Avatar just Avatar, not The Last Airbender, or Avengers Endgame. So those are the 5. You got to rank them from lowest to highest. Sen v Migs. Let's see who comes out on top.
We've got the whiteboards out if you want to hop on the YouTube, writing our answers in.
Sorry, I'm just adjusting my microphone while you're talking, Ro. And I've given up on
I
it.
think you're going to get some verbals from Kush about that. And it's 1 point for every correct position.
Yes.
Excellent. All right.
All right.
I've written mine.
All right. Migs, let's hear your top 5.
Number 1, Endgame. Hold on. Let me show you at home. Number 1, Endgame. Number 2, Avatar. Number 3, Titanic. Number 4, Infinity War. And number 5, Star Wars.
Sen?
I've gone number 1, Titanic. Number 2, Endgame. Number 3, Avatar. Number 4, Infinity War. And number 5, Star Wars.
The correct answer is number 5, Avengers Infinity War.
Damn.
Number 4, Star Wars.
Damn.
3, Titanic. 2, Endgame. And 1, Avatar.
Damn it.
So the only correct answer this round is me putting Titanic third.
Correct.
No, I got Endgame second, right?
Yeah.
Was Endgame second? Yeah.
So there you go. So 1 each.
Score is 1-1. All right, score is 1-1. Round 2 is population. So we're going to go cities, and you're going to give me the population of each and rank them. So the 5 cities we have are Shanghai, Tokyo, Delhi, Sao Paulo, and Mexico City. All right, locked and loaded?
Yeah, I think I'm cooked here though.
All right. In number 5, actually, do you want to show us what you have?
Go on, Sen.
Sure. I've got 5. I went Shanghai. 4, Sao Paulo. 3, I went Delhi. 2, Mexico City. And 1, Tokyo.
I've gone 5 Mexico City, 4 Sao Paulo, 3 Tokyo, 2 Shanghai, first is Delhi on mine.
Number 5 is Mexico City with 22.1 million people live there.
Oh, shit. Were we meant to guess the numbers as
No,
well?
no,
Oh,
no,
okay,
no.
right.
I'll just give you some fun facts around it. Number 4 is Sao Paulo
Yes.
with 22.4 million. Number 3, Shanghai
Damn it.
with 27.8 million. Number 2, Delhi
Delhi, damn.
with 32.9 million. And
Daredevils.
number 1 is
Tokyo.
Tokyo with 37.4 million.
Shit.
So I think when you said there's 50 million people in Manila, we were overselling it a
Oh,
little bit.
way off.
Yeah, completely off. All right. Next up is mountain peaks. So the highest mountains.
Ain't no mount.
You've got 1, K2. Then we got Everest. Then we've got Makalu.
What country is that in?
Don't ask follow-up questions then. I'm pretty sure they're all in, the Himalayas. Then we've got Lhotse. And 5, Kanchenjunga.
I want to double check the pronunciation of that last one. All right. Are these pure height or height above sea level?
Pure height.
Okay.
Brother, I have no clue.
So, in first place, we've got Mount Everest. So that's 8,848 meters.
Isn't there a thing Everest is actually like 8,500 meters flat, but people thought that would be bullshit, so they just changed the.
Yeah, they just added on a couple of
Yeah.
meters. But then there's also, I think Everest grows low key every year.
Well, it's like the Eiffel Tower.
Expands during the heat. Or maybe it shrinks, one of the two. But number 2 is K2. So I imagine both you got that.
That's too easy.
All right. Here's where it gets a bit difficult. So K2 is 8,611 meters high. Number 3, what did you have?
Kanchenjunga.
And Migs?
Makalu.
Kanchenjunga is the huge from Sen at 8,586 meters.
Damn it.
And where is this one?
They're all in Asia.
Oh, they actually are.
I'm pretty sure they're all in the Himalayas. I
Play
just
on.
quickly had a look at Makalu, and that says mountain in Asia. So, number 4, what did you have, Migs?
Had Kamavinga.
And Sen?
I had Macau.
It's Lhotse, unfortunately, which means that number 5 is Makalu at 8,485 meters.
It's all right. I'll take 3 there.
Okay.
Damn.
Alrighty. Next up is building behemoths. So the world's largest buildings. Here we go.
Man-made?
Man-made.
Obviously, they're man-made, bro. They're buildings, you idiot.
Number 1.
Got him. You got him, Sen.
So the first option is the Burj Khalifa.
Ah,
Then we have the Lotte World Tower. Then we have the Shanghai Tower. Then we have the Ping An Finance Center.
Sounds motivated.
And finally, we have the Abraj Al Bait Clock Tower.
oh, that's the Saudi Arabian, the one in Mecca. That's a massive clock tower.
All right, number 5 was the Lotte World Tower.
Oh, fuck me there.
Fuck off.
What did you guys have?
I had I just wrote Shenzhen. I don't even.
Ping An.
Oh, so we had the same thing. Okay.
Number 4, that is the Ping An Finance Center, unfortunately. Oh, sorry. The Lotte World Tower is 554. Ping An is $5.99. Then in 3, we have the clock tower.
Oh,
God damn it.
God, I swapped it last second
What'd
as
you
well.
have, Sen?
I went the Shanghai
So
Tower.
did I.
And the number 2 is the Shanghai Tower, $632.
God damn it.
And the Burj Khalifa sits the number 1 at 828 meters.
That's insane.
Dubai has a weird obsession with having the world's largest everything. World's largest building, world's largest mall,
Oh, yeah.
etc., etc.
So we got most watched or most viewed videos on YouTube.
Oh,
So on the list, we have Gangnam Style. We've got Masha and the Bear. We've got Baby Shark. We've got Despacito. And finally, Charlie Bit My Finger.
Charlie bit my fingers up there.
It is.
I am locked and loaded.
Yeah, let's go.
5 on the list with 885 million
Surely
views.
it's Charlie bit my
Is
finger.
Charlie Bit My Finger.
Let's go.
So that's 1 apiece.
Yep.
Number 4 is Masha and the Bear
Oh, let's go.
Fuck.
with a massive 4.5 billion views.
That's a massive jump.
Yeah. Number 3 is Gangnam Style,
Oh,
I'm
my
cooked.
goat, dude.
is 4.6 billion. And Despacito was second
Oh, let's go.
with 8.2 billion. And number 1 is Baby Shark with
Fuck.
13.5 billion views.
I got that one at least.
Migs, how many did you get in that round?
2, I got Charlie Bit My Finger and Baby Shark.
I got 3.
Oh, so you would have got it almost all of them.
I had Gangnam Style and Baby Shark swapped.
You hate to see it. So that means Sen, you're on 10.
Yes, sir.
And Migs,
8.
you're on 8.
It's running away from me.
How many rounds do you want?
However many more you have left, my friend.
I have heaps. I have heaps.
Give us 2 more.
Give us some easier ones.
All right. Next up, we have fastest animals in the world, calculated by miles per hour. So in there, you've got the cheetah, you've got the springbok, you've got the lion, you've got the pronghorn antelope, and you've got the quarter horse. So Migs, I think you need a big round here. Just think about the David Attenborough documentaries. Think about,
Bro, I fell asleep to those in year 9 science, man. They dim the lights, they make the aircon cool, and I fell asleep at all those documentaries.
Dude, that was nice.
in the Serengeti, someone's chasing someone's, stepping other animals.
All right, let's go.
Sen, Migs, in number 5, at 50 miles per hour, you have the mighty lion.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
At number 4, you've got the quarter horse
Yeah, so
at 52 miles an hour.
Had them swapped.
At 3, we're working with the springbok
damn it. It was a 50-50.
at 55 miles an hour. Then at 2, we've got the antelope, 61 miles an hour. And number 1, of course, is the cheetah
The mighty cheetah.
at 70 miles per hour.
I had 2 and 3 swapped as well.
So,
It's a shame.
so Migs, what did you get in there?
Got 1. Then got 3, I
I
believe.
got 3.
Oh, no. Oh, what's the point of this? Last round, we'll go back to chemistry.
Oh.
Oh, what's the point, bro? I copied off you 2 in chemistry.
And I got it off someone else.
All right, here we go. Element weight, aka atomic mass.
Nah, let's
got-
do another one. This is going to be embarrassing. Please.
This is so doable. All right.
Nah,
but
dude. I don't
potentially.
even know what atomic mass means.
Okay, fine. I'll give you other ones. Do you want spiciest chilies?
Give me spiciest chilies.
Yeah, we'll go spicy
Give me
chilies.
spiciest chilies.
At least this is something that I'm not supposed to know. With like the chemistry one, I'm like, I should probably know these answers, and it's embarrassing if I don't get them.
Okay. Spiciest chilies measured in Scoville,
Scoville units, mate.
We've got habanero,
That's bottom tier.
bird's eye chili, Carolina Reaper, jalapeno, ghost pepper.
Oh, okay. What about the last dab? Where's that?
You know the last dab is not the spiciest sauce
It's not,
on
yeah.
the
What?
array. The second last
The
one
second last one is the
spiciest
spiciest. Yeah.
How many of those do you reckon you're going through?
Thing is, so when we went to the spray, Devil's Spit,
Mm.
how many Scovilles was that? Does anyone know off the top of their
He
head?
was close to the hottest hot ones sauces. Like it's not, the hot ones aren't hotter than that.
Okay. But that one was almost day ending.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And so the hot ones, I was having a look at the Scoville units and stuff. I thought I could handle spice, but I can't handle the chemical spice. I think
Yeah.
Genuinely, when you get to
Like a million plus.
a million, you're just
it tastes
in
like,
super
acid.
trouble.
So I'm hoping for like a perfect score here, really, to
to have
stay
any hope.
competitive.
And you're hoping Sen misses all of them.
I probably will.
Written it down?
Yep.
Okay. In number 5, we have the lowly jalapeno.
Yep.
So that ranges between 2.5 to 8,000 Scovilles.
Child's play.
In number 4, we've got the bird's eye chili.
Fuck.
Fuck. I swapped it last second.
Yeah.
The bird's eye chili ranges from about 50,000 to 100,000 Scovilles. At 3, we have the habanero.
Fuck.
That's 100,000 to 350. It's not looking good. Number 2 is the ghost pepper.
Oh,
Fuck. The ghost pepper sits at 855K to about 1,000,004 Scoville units.
Big Carolina Reaper.
And the Carolina Reaper sits between 1.5 and 2.2 million Scoville units. Number 1.
I only got 1 point that round.
I
Jalapeno.
also got one round as well.
I got 10 overall.
All right. Well, Sen, I think you cleaned that up. Well done.
All right, obviously it's the time of the year where everyone is posting their Spotify Wraps. Can I just quickly get a sense check on Spotify Wraps? What do you think of people posting it? Are we over it?
People posting it? I don't really care. But I don't look at them. Like, I'm not here being like, oh, fucking this person had
Charlie
Drake as
XCX.
third. Wow. I'm just like, you posted, I'm fucking flicking through.
So why do people post it then?
I didn't see many people posted this year.
Really?
I saw
think I've
literally
seen
like
On the
I saw a
Thursday or
decent amount.
I saw a decent.
There's a reflection of their personality, man. They're building this social profile of themselves and they want you to know they listen to Travis Scott and Drake, man. That's why.
who was
I
your number
saw a
1?
lot of the Drake ones. Like proud to be a Drake fan. Blah, blah, blah.
Really?
Yeah.
I had people actually. I did see a couple where they were talking about how they would post their current 2024 one, and then they'd also post their 2023, 2022, 2021,
Oh, I didn't
just
see
to
any of
show
those.
that Drake has been
as in,
number
like, they're a
one.
loyal fan.
Yeah,
Any
yeah.
interesting ones on yours, boys? Anything?
It's a lot of the same, Sabrina Carpenter, your Taylor Swifts.
Actually on yours?
No, he's got 5 Indian
I'm
artists.
talking about, no,
I
I'm
mean
talking about
personally.
people that I've seen.
Anything personal?
I use Apple Music, bros. I don't get it.
Isn't there an Apple Wrap that you said last year?
Then I had to log in and I couldn't be bothered. It's like, it's not worth it.
I share with my brother as per, and so it's a mix between his music taste and my music taste.
Yeah.
My number 1 artist was my brother,
Play on.
That's
and
endearing.
and then my brother's was not my other brother. It was Quadeca. So there you go.
Quadeca. Had a rap battle with KSI at one point.
I don't know how Quadeca is making it to my top 5.
That's crazy.
Anything in yours?
Mine, I'm in like some basic bitch era this year, bro.
I reckon Sabrina
I
Carpenter.
have Sabrina Carpenter third. I have
What
like
about
Billie
Gracie Abrams?
I have Billie Eilish fourth.
I'm too scared to ask who Gracie Abrams is now.
I've never heard the name once.
And-
Never.
Chaperone?
I've
Who's
got
that?
those lot. I
Hey?
got One Direction second.
That's
Rest in peace.
yeah.
And then
Was
the
that-
so-
it just in the last 2 months only as well.
probably. And the songs I have are so fucking basic as
What
well.
did they give you your
I
top
have like
songs as well?
Espresso and all that, man. I have X's by Tate McRae. Crazy.
I thought that song came out the year before.
It's in my top 5. I don't know what to tell you, bro. It's there. Crazy.
Anyway, so we thought we would do our own version of the Wrapped, just to go through things that we've done in our lives this year, whether it be at work, outside of work. Bro, maybe you want to start us off.
All right, mine is.
And we've done our best to try and keep these, nice and legit.
As accurate as possible.
accurate as possible.
So this is a work specific one. My Spotify, how am I call it? My work's Wrapped. Okay, and turns out I have actually a lot of access to the data. So this is legitimately all of them are true.
100% accurate.
100% accurate. My work 2024 Wrap goes something like this. You spent 402 hours in meetings. That's 16.75 total days.
Jesus.
The top people you met with were number 1, the CTO. Number 2, the VP of engineering. Number 3, the chief strategy officer. And number 4, the head of data.
Big wigs. You're talking to the big boys.
To be fair, there's only like 70 people. I talk to them a lot.
Talking up, not talking down. I'm ready.
Yeah, that's it, correct. You have 3,847 unread emails
How do you have... Sorry, continue.
currently. Your longest streak of having 0 unread emails was 2 days. Your top collaboration tools were Slack, where I sent 9,684 messages.
Whoa.
Miro,
Not that much.
where I spent 304 hours wireframing, and Figma, where you spent 95 hours designing.
Ligma.
Figma.
Oh.
You went into the office 39 times.
That's a lie.
That's less than once a week.
That's a lie. 39.
And of those times when I went to lunch, my top 3 ordered lunches were from number 1, Cali Press.
Oh, yeah.
You ordered this 17 times and spent $425. Number 2, Fishbowl. You ordered the OG bowl 12 times. And number 3, Costa's Takeaway. I had this 5 times.
What's Costa's takeaway?
The sandwich?
Like the sandwiches,
Oh,
Reuben sandwiches,
yeah, of course.
shitty
Sorry.
sandwiches.
Yeah, they're great.
And your most said line on Slack was, I found a bug. This is a reoccurring theme.
How many times do you know? How many
Nah, I
times you
couldn't find. I had to count them, so I didn't want
A
to.
lot of bugs.
A lot of bugs found.
Damn.
So there is my 2024 corporate wrapped.
Dude, how do you get that kind of level of data? Like you're ordering food options. How does it know that?
No, so I know this because when I go into the office, my work gives me $25 Uber Eats. And so if I just have a look at my Uber Eats order history, I just counted them up for the 39 times I went out to the year. And it was your Costas, it was your fish bowls, it was your
Fair
Cali
enough.
Press.
Do
Do you live life with a lot of unread emails?
Yeah.
Do you then?
No.
Yeah. Do you not read them?
No.
Or at least mark as read?
Yeah. So I'm going to say I don't read most of them. I just mark them as read, but I just hate having that number at the top on my Outlook, in the dark blue, how many unread.
My
It just
inbox,
freaks me
I
out.
have rules in my Outlook. They
Just
go
straight
to
the bin.
folders.
Oh, yeah.
There are a lot of junk folders. So yeah, I read the important ones and mark read with the rest, bro.
Yeah.
I don't
you just
want
leave
to
them
feel like I've missed something.
I think because most of my messages are on Slack.
Slack. Okay.
So the emails that come through that I get are like, your app is being, updated to the App Store. And it's like, oh, someone tags you on a bug ticket. But then,
Just turn those notifications off.
so most of them off, but then they just accumulate and stuff like that. And then it's fine. I have no issues with having 3,000 unread emails.
Really?
Yeah,
Fair
currently live, almost 4,000
As of today.
today.
So you guys actually don't use email that much then?
Zero,
It's all
dude.
on Slack.
Everything's on Slack.
Well,
fair
then that's
enough
different
then,
then, right? Dude, 9,000 Slack messages. You were saying that's not that many?
How much was it, Ro?
Yeah, 9,684 Slack messages.
How many work days are there approximately? 300?
Yeah, but then of those, how many are actually working?
No, the whole time. I think I was active for 291 days of the year.
All 300. So that's 30 a day.
Yeah, okay, no, I thought, yeah.
It's
It's
not that much.
actually not that much now that I think about
It's
it.
like 2 conversations.
I'm not pinging.
With apparently the CEO or some shit, apparently. The way you
Well, that's
are.
probably why that's not that many. You're not sending your CEO little gifts and stuff.
No, I don't really talk to people at work. Usually all these 30 messages a day are like,
Bug.
no, they're all in channels.
Giving orders.
They're all in channels. Like I don't do DMs. I just post everything transparently on like the
No, but then
project channel and
if you
stuff.
just need someone to do something, you don't ping them?
I ping them in the channel.
Really?
Yeah. Dude, I do not like DMs. I need everything to be like transparent because if things are happening in the DMs, people are not across them. So if everything's out in the open, then everyone has access to the same information.
Oh, but then things get lost in the channels, bro. It's
You just search it. You just search
no,
it.
but if you put in the ether, bro, it might not even get replied to.
No, it's a culture that I set with the team. Everything, no DMs,
Really?
no DMs.
Nah. If you need something urgently and just like a quick thing, you gotta just DM. Or why are you putting it in a channel or just call the person? That's what I would do.
Huddle.
No, oh dude, I hate that.
Dude, the huddles don't even work with my iteration of Slack.
What's the word? It's
We
such
tried
a-
to do it a few times, it just never works.
What?
All right.
It just feels like such a nefarious thing. Oh, you want to huddle now? Huddle with me. Start a huddle with this person. No, man. I just send a Zoom link via Slack.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And so join the
my Zoom. Yeah. I just-
Can you not call people?
You can huddle, but I hate using the huddle feature. For me, for whatever reason on my laptop, it just doesn't work properly. So I just send a Zoom link via Slack. Because we have like a Zoom, there's like a shortcut you can send a Zoom link.
I think we have a Google Meet shortcut like that as well, but I just prefer the huddles because
No, I
you
hate
sit
it.
there and then it's, they play music in the huddle
Yeah,
by
I hate
yourself.
that. I hate it.
Do you ever cold call people? Like, you need to talk to someone,
Oh,
just
yeah.
call them straight away?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
As in, I have a work phone, so I just pick up my work phone and I call the.
Oh, I hate things like that. When I get
Really?
a Teams call out of nowhere, fuck off. At least message me. Are you free for a chat?
No, I don't do that's
Nah.
psychopathic behavior.
Nah,
You message
big
say-
on that.
No, as in like, yeah, you have to be like, hey, can we just jump on a quick call? And then you call them. You can't just out of the blue be like,
Oh, really?
ring, ring, here comes the king. You know what I mean? Like,
It happens a lot where I am. You get called, you call others. It's a vicious cycle.
The only cold
But
calls
it's fine.
you
Like,
get-
if you don't pick up or they don't pick up, then you'll send a message. Or I'm like, oh, fuck it. I'll just call them again later. It's not that big of a
you
deal.
only get it from the client. Internally, everyone respects each other. Message
like
that.
first.
yeah, I like that.
Interesting.
All right, this is my 2024 work wrapped. All right. You have skipped 24 anchor days. You're in the top 50% of Australia.
Wow.
All right. You have sent 208 happy Fridays.
As you should.
As I should.
Rookie number. Wait, is there even that many Fridays in a year?
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's only happy Friday on Tuesday.
Multiple emails.
You're doing multiple in a day.
Exactly,
Then
I'm
that's sickening.
Serial happy Friday. You have survived 4 redundancies. This puts you in the top 0.01% of all workers.
If you survived a redundancy this year, well done.
You've said 317s, you're still on mute in the meetings. And you have submitted 365 late timesheets. This has put you in the top 0.05% of all of Australia.
When are you meant to submit your timesheets?
Like meant to or best practice or our deadlines have always been moving. So we've had like 3 CEOs, bro. So our first CEO is like, you got to do them every Friday.
Friday, what, 5 p.m.
per week? Yeah. And then if you don't do, oh no, they said Monday morning.
Oh, okay. So
I was a serial Sunday night, log in, do the timesheets, call it a day. And then it moved to every 2 weeks with the next person. And then we realized that deadline is actually every month. So there have been months where I've had a whole month worth of timesheets.
What?
I'm doing them on the last day.
That's a nightmare.
How are you remembering what you've done?
Bullshit. Now I go through my calendar. Meetings are in there. Check my sent emails, see what I've done that day. And then I just fill it. Then I fill in the rest. Bro, our time's just so fucking tedious. Because I work on like 4 or 5 clients.
Yeah.
Then per client, there's different categories you bill to. Some of the clients even have specific tasks. So I spent 30 minutes doing task A, 30 minutes doing task B, bro. And I dread doing that every day. And then I make it worse by having to do it a month later.
I've never worked at a company. I don't understand the concept of timesheets. I don't believe in them.
It was the bane of my existence at KPMG. That's why I had to leave professional services. I just hated doing timesheets. Ours was...
Because isn't it every 7 minutes you need to account your time? It's like something crazy incremental.
Ours was 6 minutes.
6 minutes?
Yeah. But I just put everything in hour or half an hour increments. Just round it up or down, like whatever.
Yeah, we do a half hour.
But ours was due 6 p.m. on the Friday, every Friday without fail. And then you would get an email at 2 p.m., like a reminder, another reminder at 3 p.m. And then at 5 p.m., you'd get one if you still hadn't done, they would CC your manager.
I get those a lot in terms of like, who was that? HR? Is it HR?
It's automated. Like it's a...
Oh no, we have HR writing up emails.
Oh, really?
Screenshots of like the missing time entries. And then it's to all the late people and then CC it are all the managers.
Yeah.
Or the head ofs.
Crazy. And what's the punishment?
And then 5-10 minutes later, I get a DM from the head of, be like, hey, can you do your timesheet?
Yeah,
like,
correct.
I'll do it.
I remember, and as well, there's like the weekly ones. And then if the month end fell on like the middle of the week, you had to submit like an interim timesheet just to fill out the month end. And there was one week where it was like the month end was on a Tuesday and it was like during our busy period. So everyone was online and you had to submit it by like 6 p.m. And it got to like 8 p.m. and I still hadn't submitted. And I got like a DM from the head of our whole area down in Melbourne, be like, please send, can you submit your timesheet? I'm like, brother, I'm still working.
Dude, our worst one is because like, you don't know what you're doing next week in terms of like the nitty gritty of like,
yeah.
But our fucking financing, whatever it is, are asking for like a week or week and a half in advance.
Right?
Sometimes do you want me to lie to you and tell you I've done like 7.5 on this client, but haven't. It's like a ball ache and a half.
Yeah, that's rough. Anchor days, 24 missed.
I think we got them halfway through the year, low key.
Oh, okay, I was going to say 24 sounds like a lot.
And then my parents went overseas. Convenient little excuse. Got to watch the dog. All this and all
Metro's
that.
going down.
Surely that's fair play. Like if you say, "Oh, I have to watch my
I
dog."
live far away. You know, chucking all these.
Yeah, now the Metro, you can't use that excuse anymore. At least I can't. At least
I can, and I somehow will. Man.
All right. So my corporate 2024 wrapped for this year. So you had 18 people misspell your name, even though you have it in both your email and your email signature. You sent 43 passive aggressive responses that started with "as per my last email." You attended 89 meetings where my only contribution was saying thanks at the end.
Yeah, beautiful.
That puts me in the top 0.9% in Australia. You said, let's take this offline and circle back 120 times, even though you did not do either of those things after. And you spent 300 hours on Excel this year and still did not learn how to use an index match.
I wish I could relate to the last one. I have no idea what that means. What is an index match function?
You know what VLOOKUP is?
I've heard it. I've heard famous stories about VLOOKUP.
And then there's another one called XLOOKUP, which is an even better, powerful version of VLOOKUP because you can look both left and right, up and down.
And what's VLOOKUP? Just left to right?
VLOOKUP only looks left to right.
Okay.
XLOOKUP, you can look in both directions. And then index match, you can look left, right, diagonal, everywhere you want.
Bro, when I open up a spreadsheet and someone's used index on it, I'm like, fuck, I'm not touching this, bro, because I'm going to break it in any sort of way.
Dude, it's so hard to. Well, for me, it's so hard to use. I just don't understand how it works. But you can search any single value you want in any array in Excel and pull the value.
Wow.
It's powerful.
What a
Dude.
powerful
It's so
tool.
powerful.
Low number of misspelled names, Sen. I would have thought more.
It used to be more, but I think people are learning now. You know, they're deciding to look at your actual signature or your email and learning how to use your name.
Are you talking to the same people now? Then they've learned over time that.
Yeah, fewer new people this year, which is probably why there's fewer mistakes than usual.
Are they spelling Centurion wrong or Thevendrelingam wrong?
It's the last part.
Yeah. Because Thevendrelingam, even I'll spell wrong
It's
sometimes,
tough.
you know?
I stopped using my full name at work. Back at KPMG, I had my full name. And that's when I saw the peak of, I was getting all kinds of weird names back then.
Yeah, surely you just go by Sen and avoid all the issues.
Even Sen, like I was getting people writing, like when they were DMing me on like Skype or whatever, they would write SNE, so SNE.
That's ridiculous.
That's just
a typo.
That's just idiocy at that point.
All right, the next 2024 Wrapped is going to be just, personally, my personal life. So, all right, here's my 2024 life Wrapped. So, I lost 782 hours being late to everything. So this puts me in the top 2% of the most late people in the world. Unfortunately, this actually got worse. I think last year I only lost 500 hours of being late. So we're actually sliding down.
You're getting less punctual now, right?
I know, I think so. I'm letting it slip a little bit. My top food was plain rice. I ate that 650 times this year and consumed about 130 kilos of rice. My top 3 footwear was number 1, barefoot.
That can't be number 1.
Number 2, Birks. And number 3, football boots.
Yeah, okay.
Because if you think about it, I work from home. I'm just constantly barefoot deluxe. You know what I mean?
True. And then if you're out, you're either wearing your Birks or you're on a field playing sport.
Yeah, that's it. So not a lot of sneaker action this year. Unfortunately, this led to a lot more calluses on my feet, and it means that I now don't feel pain walking on uneven surfaces. So that's a plus.
Yeah, bonus.
I went to 2 concerts this year. That's up from 0 from last year. One of those concerts were my brother's concert, and the other one was Coldplay, which I got a free ticket for.
Which you weren't even planning to go to.
I didn't even want to go to that. The top questions I was asked this year was 1, when are you getting engaged? 2, once I got engaged, when are you getting married? And 3, this is from Kush, when will you upload the TikTok?
That's so meta.
So those are the top 3.
Entertain ourselves, really.
No one's going to find that funny but us.
Yeah, literally no one is finding that funny than us.
Maybe Kush will find it funny editing the episode.
That's class.
All right, and these stats are actually legit, all right? On Beam It, I received 12,000, what was that?
Yeah, because Beam used to do a rap, didn't they?
Yeah, but they didn't do a wrap this year.
Oh, they didn't?
So I went and did I got the CSV file directly from my transactions and did these calculations this morning.
You're a nerd, bro.
So on Beam It, I received $12,195 this year. That puts me in the top 3% of users. Senthav, at Senthav on Beam It, you transferred me $1,254.
Was that number 1?
Yeah, number 1. Which was over 10% of my total payments. But this year, I also transferred $6,700. That is expensive. I think
a lot of money moving.
Yeah, your Japan trip made up most of the bulk of that expenses. But that is my personal wrap for this year.
Right, in my personal wrap for this year, I've gone down the sport themed route, and this is my 2024 sport wrapped. I said 1,032 fuck offs to Manchester United while watching them on the TV. 1,032 and counting, may I add. I unlocked 10 new sports while watching this year's Olympics. Sports I didn't know about. I fumbled 2 social sports semi-finals this year.
Damn.
Hurts, that one hurts.
What was the second one? You have summer soccer?
And outdoor.
And actual soccer.
Yeah, sure.
Bro, both semi-finals. All 3 of us on the team. Hurts. I did 30 outdoor runs this year. That puts me in the top 100% of Sydney, Australia.
Yeah.
And I copped 5 new injuries this year. So,
damn.
kind of a low year actually now.
Yeah, not a good, no premierships.
Not many highlights, just a lot of lowlights.
Your 2024 new resolutions were winning premiership.
I think it's done in the water, mate.
Buried.
I didn't pick, Frisbee. Didn't even make the semi-final. Through that, man.
I actually forgot we did that this year.
I like to that's a repressed memory I don't want to bring up again.
Yeah, don't play Aussies. I don't have repeat seasons and just 2 football seasons, man. Didn't win it. Hurts.
All right, and I got my final life wrapped for 2024. So you ended up at Ryan's bar 23 times this year against my will. I played Where's the Gold 40 times after swearing I would never play the pokies ever again.
40 times is high.
That puts me in the top 50% of revenue generators for a aristocrat. You rode the light rail 85 times without tapping on. That puts me in the top 100% of Sydney siders.
Beautiful.
Play on.
You lined up 15 minutes for Yochi 67 times, which puts me in the bottom 10% of people in the eastern suburbs. And you asked, where the fuck did you get your license from? 103 times on Parramatta Road this year.
You know, I saw a comedian bit, which is like the funniest thing I've seen in a while, where they were talking about not tapping on the light rail. I think it was a Hughesy bit or someone. But
surely not Hughesy. He probably owns the light rail.
Yeah, maybe not Hughesy, but he says that going onto the light rail is like doing a reverse scratchy. It's like it's free, but you got a 10% chance of losing $110.
That's pretty funny. That's good. That's good.
Oh, it was actually one of the funniest things.
Have you ever tapped onto the light rail?
Never.
I actually don't think I ever have.
I have a couple times. And I regret it each time.
Yeah, there's no, and like you can see the inspectors. It's not like Melbourne where they just shut the doors. They don't.
Yeah, the lock-in.
Yeah, the lock-in where they check your Mikey card. You can just jump out.
No, the times are like, it's either if I'm on the light rail for a while and I'm like, there's a high chance this could happen.
What do you mean a long while? The max I reckon I've ever gone is probably from Circular Quay to maybe Chinatown.
No, like Moore Park to Wynyard or something. There's a lot of stops. A lot of major stops. So that spooks me sometimes. And the other times I'm like from work or whatever, and I'm going with someone who takes a light rail, and they're always like, oh, there's so many inspectors at this time of day. And I'm like, you got me here. You wouldn't lie to me.
Oh, do you do that? Like, so if you're with someone else and they tap on, are you tapping on?
Yeah, no. I lead. No.
Really?
I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
I lead my chest. You don't have to pay here.
No,
why are you paying?
Exactly.
But these ones where they're like, oh, you should tap on.
So they spook
There's
you.
an inspector. I tap on, but then turns out it's sardines and there's no way an inspector can even get on.
Yeah.
And I regret it every single time I pay.
No,
That being said, I tap on for the bus. You know, I'm a...
yeah, that's because the bus driver is like directly.
There's no way on unless you tap on.
Not tapping on a light rail is a victimless crime, but
That
you're
is
victimizing that poor bus driver. And they take it so seriously sometimes. I remember actually last week when I was going to the office, some bloke, some people don't tap on the first Opal card reader.
The second one.
They go to the second one. So I think this guy's whole thing was like he went to the second one and then he tapped on, but it was like the
Error.
error. Yeah.
and then you just kind of walk on, right? The guy heard the and then in the loudspeaker, and it was a double-decker bus, he's like, come back downstairs, pay the fine, or like pay the fare. And then he was like, and then basically the whole bus didn't move until he came back down and tapped on.
Do you mean the second one?
Seriously.
The second one by the drive or the second one at the second door at the back?
No. There's one by the driver, and then there's one where you can put your bags and stuff. That's actually happened to me before, where I skipped the first one, tried to tap onto the second one, it just rejected me, and I'm like, it is what it is. I kept walking.
I just jog on. There's a lot
And
of
then the
people.
bus driver got up, turned around, looked around the glass thing. He's like, "Oi, come back and tap on."
Oh, he called you out.
He called
as well.
me out. Yeah, it was
these
so
guys,
embarrassing.
These guys love to call you out.
There's a new life hack. The Metro, well, not life hack. The Metro. Every weekend, one of the gates open for integrated ticket holders.
What is integrated?
I don't
If
understand.
you go
what
into
that
the
means.
sport, if you go into sport, transport is included. If
They
go
tell you
a
to
concert-
tap on anyway, don't they?
No, they don't.
No, they
The
don't.
gate on the right
Yeah.
is open.
Oh.
So if you just figure out what sport event or what concert's on that weekend, you can fake it till you make it. I don't condone any of this, but that's just something I've observed.
That's excellent.
You can do that.
I've always wondered, how does that work if you're getting on the bus? Am I meant to show my ticket to
You show
the
your
bus?
ticket.
yeah.
I've done that before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're a
Long time
loser,
ago.
bro. Just pay the $4 for the
Nah,
bus.
bro, I've paid $20 for this child ticket to the Wanderers game.
Yeah,
I'll be availing all features I get.
Alrighty, that brings us to the end of a great episode. It's good to have Miguel back. It's nice to have 3 people. So I'm just not looking longingly into Ro's eyes.
You're not missing the echo chamber you two had for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, the last 2 weeks
Started
have
off-
been a blur.
You start off strong with, what was it, hour 20 minutes, hours, whatever it may be, and then next following just sacked it off at the 45-minute mark.
To be fair, there was parts of last week's episode we just cut out.
Mm.
So it was meant to be longer. But anyway, it is good to have you back. You can find all of our episodes, except for last week's one, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Give us a follow on Instagram. Give us a follow on TikTok, and we'll catch you next week.